Welcome everyone to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast. This is episode 6. I'm the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, the one man, no Twitter fan, Kinny Killa. You know I'm always kicking it with the man himself, Sugs.
What's going on?
And obviously the human highlight reel himself, Mr. E2J. How's it going?
Hey yo, it's all good, man. It's all good.
It's an early one for us, boys. It's an early one for us, isn't it?
Yeah, 10 a.m.'s my fault. Blame Shugs because I got a wedding to go to, got things to do in the afternoon. So I woke the boys up early, and we'll see whether our minds are just ready.
I'm on the ball.
I reckon it's psychology for the trivia. That's what it is.
Yeah. There's no wedding really. I just wanted to try and I know Ed's no good in the morning, so I just want to win the quiz. That's how far I'll go to win.
Oh, good. Yeah, they'll talk about the Beat the Clock trivia that we have later on, guys. So just make sure you stay listening for that. First off, just want to make sure you guys follow us on Twitter. That's at Sunday Segue. We really need the support. So, keep singing our hymn sheet and all that. Go to the blog. There's a new article up there about Ryback, and there soon will be another article on there about the Divas entitled Diva on the Wall, What is Next for Us All. You like that kind of catchy, isn't it? So that's at sundaysegue.blogspot.co.uk. Listen to our old episodes on YouTube and on iTunes, Podomatic, and now, because of the Badman Shugs, we are on our favorite double twist player, which you can download on your Android phones and on your Slack iPhones. Also email us. Bun iPhone straight. We Samsung lovers out here. Plus you can email us as well. That's sundaysegue@gmail.com. All right. So let's get into it. The Dirtsheet. WWE has partnered with Yahoo, which means they are producing pre-show to Raw, which means it's an extra half an hour. E2J, do you want an extra half an hour to Raw, which makes it 3.5 hours?
If it ain't adverts, like half-hour adverts. If it's wrestling, I don't mind. Simple as that. If it's all this promotion and just, do you know what I mean? Like not much wrestling. It's got to be wrestling. I was happy with this week's Raw for the amount of wrestling and quality wrestling they put in there. And to me, I think that's what matters.
Shugs, do you want to see another half an hour?
I won't be.
I would be watching it though.
That's it. Well, because we watch Raw recorded, so probably for people in America, if they want to get on it. But for the overseas, just like with the WWE app, we don't really get thought about. We're an afterthought until they turn up over here. Then they want to show us some love.
Exactly. We keep showing you love when you come over here after Wrestlemania, showing you what real crowds are about, and then you just shit on us.
Exactly.
Anyway, next one on the Daily Dirt Sheet, Vince is high on Big E and Reigns. Now, on the Dirt Sheets over the last week, it's been said that Vince is really high on Big E. He sees him as a future star, which is why he's now under the wing of John Cena. So, Cena, all I'm going to say to you is please do not give him the 5 moves of doom. I beg you, just don't. But yeah, he's under the wing of Cena. He's going to, they're going to slow build him. That's why they've been pretty much protecting him. It's the same with Roman Reigns. They see him as a future star. Vince loves him. They're slowly building him. I think they're going to go for a run of a US title with Big E. And they're just going to slow build him and make him branch out from the other guys, and hopefully in the future we might see two future main eventers. But they have to do this slowly and they have to do it right, don't they, Shugs?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, like when you saw the powerlifting videos, and Big E's like been John Cena's training partner, so I think that's gonna go for him. Being friends with John Cena, and I suppose if they're gonna do a slow build and they're just gonna keep protecting him, then I think that's good. And I think Reigns, as obviously he's got the shape and the size that Vince likes, but I think he's come on. As the Shield have been coming on over the weeks, I think Reigns has been coming on. And WWE like their Samoan superstars. So I think, good luck to him.
All right, the last one on the Daily Dirt Sheet, which is a major one. CM Punk threatened to quit WWE after Mania. Now, this came up recently because there's on the dirt sheets, people don't know how long CM Punk will be out for. Now, people have said that he's going to be out for, 2 months, and then people said he's going to be out till SummerSlam. But what happened was CM Punk was assured that he would have some say in what would happen in the Undertaker match. So up until Mania, they had said that they don't know what the finish is going to be like, but apparently Vince and the guys backstage already knew what the finish was going to be. So when WrestleMania came around, they said that Taker was going over. CM Punk didn't like the fact that he was lied to about it. He didn't mind that he wasn't going over, but he just didn't like the way it was all done. After Mania at Raw, he just was like, you know what, F your contract. And that kind of made Vince kind of work out and say, look, let's have a meeting. They had a meeting, and which CM Punk decided to just lay out his frustrations, saying that, you're not pushing guys like Cesaro, Daniel Bryan. You need to do more with these guys. You're letting it slip and all this stuff. And then they went in to talk about when he will return and how he will return. So he is talking with the writers at the moment. E2J, what do you think about the fact that he was threatening to quit?
Did he say something about obviously, he made a statement saying that it takes a wrestler threatening to quit for Vince to even pay attention. I think it's sad that it literally is that he's bang on it by saying that, because I think it takes a lot for Vince to even think outside of his initial game plan, or obviously his think tank. But I think it's good that he's obviously getting meetings with obviously creative and being able to sit down and talk to him. And obviously they're listening to Punk. He's getting through to him. But yeah, I don't know. I still think Cesaro needs to be getting pushed, and I can't really complain about Bryan at the moment. But you know what Punk's like? He will. He will. He won't bluff. He'll do that. So they need to take note.
Shugs, do you think that with CM Punk, obviously always pushing the indie guys and making sure that it's well known that these guys ain't getting the rub right, do you think this will bode well for him in the future in terms of backstage, or do you reckon this will kind of dent his run a little bit within the creative?
Well, I don't think WWE are stupid enough to cut off their nose to spite their face. They haven't got enough stars to be able to let Punk go. I don't think they've got the roster. I don't think they haven't built enough new stars to let someone like CM Punk go. But as far as, I don't think he's gonna be moving backstage. I know he loves wrestling, but then you see since he's had the time off, he hasn't really been there. He's been going doing the UFC. He's been going doing the things. He had the job with Marvel where he wrote the intro to the Avengers versus X-Men and different things. So I think he's got plenty of things that he could do and will do, So I think wrestling, he loves wrestling, but obviously he hasn't got that many years left either, He's probably right at his peak now.
Right now.
And, another 3 or 4 years, but I don't think he'll hang around when he can't do it anymore. He's not going to be Ric Flair.
No. No, he won't be Ric Flair. I'm glad about that, actually. Right, so that's the end of the Deadly Dirt Sheet. Let's go into Raw, people. Segment 1, Big E versus Ricardo versus Uncle Zebediah. When I first saw this match, Shugs, I wasn't happy, but then I got into it, and the crowd's hot for it. Did you like the flow and the stipulation of this match?
Only good thing about this match was Ricardo's Zubas. Them bottoms, where can I get a pair? Where can I get a pair of them bottoms? Because
they're workout ones, isn't it?
Exactly. Just go and just chill at the gym with a pair of them, that's it. But I think obviously everyone loves Ricardo, and Zeb has the heat, and Big E. But I think it was just people just like seeing Ricardo wrestle, and I think that's what made it, because he's so funny and he can wrestle as well. So I think it's just Ricardo in the ring is what makes it.
E2J. Obviously, it looks like Ricardo can go. He can go, man, in that ring, don't you think?
Yeah, he definitely can. It's good to see it. It's good to see him getting put on Raw. I do think WWE knows what they've got with him, and I do think that's why they will put him out there. They're confident in putting him out there. They know they can get a reaction from the crowd. They can get more of a reaction, like I said, as well, from Ricardo than they can from Del Rio having him face. Yeah, I like the match as well. like you said, got into it as it was going on. But yeah, it wasn't bad to start it off.
Yeah, but it wasn't not bad to start off Raw at all. We went into segment 2, which was the John Cena Make-A-Wish segment. So what I just want to say right now, right, because most of you guys out there know that I really dislike the John Cena character. I proper hate the John Cena character. But on the flip side, John Cena, the man himself, I completely and utterly respect this guy so much for what he does in terms of Make-A-Wish Foundation, because this guy he's made over 300 wishes, you know, and he just goes out there and he's got nothing to lose. He does it because he cares. So no matter how much I hate the character, John Cena, I fully respect you, man. I fully respect you, and I just have to say that. What do you think, Shugs?
Yeah, I just think that, that it's good. Like, when they had the month with the cancer and these different things, I think that it's good that they just give the time for these causes. Like, I know I suppose it's like they're getting the rub off of themselves, but they're taking the time off the programming. And like, I know Raw's 3 hours long, and like they struggle to fill it sometimes. But I think it's good that they actually take the time to do these angles. And I think the crowd, even though like there's always going to be a few idiots, the crowd were mostly respectful, like, and gave Cena, they gave him a chance because they realized that it was like a serious moment,
The Eliminator.
They need to just they need to just like sit down and shut up. Straight BDH to them people any of those people that were booing. Yeah, those kids, straight BDH.
Yeah.
Bun them haters.
Apparently, Cena went in on them after the show, and just was just giving it to them, and like the crowd were like getting on these people as well. But yeah, some people gotta know when's the time to just like shut up.
Right. So that rolled into segment 3. E2J, like you said, the wrestling on this show was really good. Segment 3 featured Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. What did you think of this match?
I thought it was good. It's just one of those raw random pairing kind of things, but for the wrestling it was good. It kind of warmed up to some of the later matches in the show, but yeah, I liked it. I think both guys are talented. I want to see more from Orton. I do want to see more from Orton. Like you were saying, getting mixed up with some of the guys that are coming back. Just put him against people. Put him against like even if he gets destroyed, help like put him against Lesnar. But I'd like to see him doing a lot more now. Orton. He's one of these guys. They can't waste him now, really.
Shugs, is Orton a bit stale now, and does he need a heel turn?
Well, I just think the Orton character that's just the way he is. I think he works better as a heel because then it suits the way he is. He comes out, he's got this like monotone, he's not really a great talker, and then when you're a heel, you don't really have to do much, He doesn't really have to cut any like great promos, or he doesn't really have to do that much. He can just go around, kick people in the head, dish out a million RKOs, and then he'll be fine. Whereas as a face, he just can't really sell it. He's only a face because people cheer for him. He's not a face really. It's a bit like Sheamus. He's a face, but what is he doing? He's a face, but that acts like a heel.
Yeah.
He's no Stone Cold Steve Austin, but he's a face, but he acts like a heel. Doesn't do anything a face would do.
Which we will come into when we get to his segment. But this is not a perfect roll into the next segment, because the next segment is Brie Bella against Naomi.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Brie, all I'm gonna say to you, girl, is please stop begging the boob job, fam. Nick, your sister got the boob job. You don't. Stop begging it. Stop begging it. Why are you coming out with some push-up thing trying to look like you got the same size? No, you're different now. Do something else. They're her assets, not yours. Don't beg it. Naomi can wrestle, can't she, E2J?
Yeah, man. It's disappointing when you got a women's division like the current one in WWE. I say women's division because the Divas is just it's the eye candy, but it's, to be honest, it's toilet break. I want to see good wrestling, so getting them in there is good. The only good thing I can say, obviously, since the Bellas have come back, they've made them like even more bitchy, even more aggressive. And I do like that aspect. And obviously, I think they're building a little feud between, obviously, the Funkadactyls and the Bella Twins. So something might come out of it. But yeah, it wasn't a bad match, to be honest.
Shugs, WWE got this Total Diva show now, which is going to be on E. Is this why we saw like all the divas out there today on Raw? Because we saw we saw the Funkadactyls, we saw the Bellas, we saw Natalya, we saw Kaitlyn, we saw AJ. You know, we saw them all out there. So do you reckon that's the reason why?
Yeah, I think they obviously, because we're aware of the show and it's going to be promoted, it's probably going to be promoted more heavily as it comes to airing. But I think they're just making us aware that these divas do exist. You know, because otherwise you don't see them. There's shows can go by where you might see AJ or you might see Natalya because they're involved with the other wrestlers. But as far as the divas goes, you don't see any diva action or anything. So I think so. But it'll be interesting to see what type of show it is. You know, how reality based, how much actually wrestling, or whether it's just the girls' lives outside of the ring, or whether it's like the backstage drama and stuff like that. Because they're talking about the angle where they got written off of WrestleMania. They're saying that was done because of the show, because the show was being recorded at that point, and that was done to put a storyline for the show.
Yeah, I mean, if that was the case, that's just a complete work. Like, and if you think about it, are we, like you said, are we going to see them busting kayfabe? Are we going to see them, you know, the Bellas with Daniel Bryan and John Cena? I don't think so. You know, we may see, you know, Naomi and Cameron, you know, with their real life boyfriends or whatever, but because I mean, I think Naomi's with one of the Usos, but boy, we won't see too much. We won't see too much. She ain't gonna be busting kayfabe really, because at the end of the day, we know Naomi's name is not Naomi. We know Cameron's name is not Cameron. So there you go. Think about that. Segment 5, Shield.
We are the Shield
Versus the 3 megabytes angle. E2J, was this a good promo angle?
I like it, man. I like it. You can't hate 3MB. I think they're good to get people over. I think them coming out actually helped the Shield because you just knew what was going to happen straight away. Yeah, I don't think it's bad at all though. And to see obviously Heath Slater on Raw again, coming out 3MB, he's getting the spot, he's doing his job.
He's doing his job all right. Shugs, what about Jinder, man? He comes out talking about, I'm gonna rock your face.
Mate, like we were saying the other week, Jinder just needs to go away. It's hard now because he's in 3MB and they need to keep 3MB around, but Jinder is just, he's not doing it, you know? Drew McIntyre is barely doing it, and then obviously Heath Slater is the one-man band, and he's just got these 2 idiots that he's got to carry, and that's what he's doing. He's carrying the other 2.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
he's making it work. He is 3MB. Heath Slater.
Standard. And like Drew sounded like a drunk Scot outside the Pipe and Slippers, man.
I'm so drunk I can barely see. Bloody hell's begin see another day.
Like the way he was going out, like, oh Drew, come on, man, just you know, just cool out, bro. Just cool out.
Chosen one, remember? He's the chosen one. Drew McIntyre.
Please don't remind us. Segment 6, we saw Big Ziggy. Versus Kofi Kingston. Another great match, Shugs?
This was a really good match. But I was listening the other day and they said it is about the 60th match they've had on TV of some type of combination. So either a singles match, a tag team match, or a triple threat match, and including the ladder matches, Money in the Bank. So they've had over 60 odd matches on TV, and it's most of them have been won by Kofi Kingston. He's won the majority of them. Okay. But I don't know. It's a good match, but I don't know what is it doing for Ziggler as the World Heavyweight Champion. What did this match do for him as a World Heavyweight Champion? Because nobody sees Kofi as a serious contender or as anything really. So why is the World Heavyweight Champion fighting him? That's what I want to do. How is this progressing the storyline or improving his reign or doing anything for Ziggler? It's a good match and people can say he had a good match on Raw and he wrestled well, but he's World Heavyweight Champion. He's supposed to be good. Exactly.
And he's supposed to be like, you know, obviously he's sneaking wins or whatever we talked about, you know, last week, but you know, there can be times where he can win clean. I mean, personally, I think he needs a different finisher to the zigzag. I don't like it anymore. It's not, to me, it's not effective enough. Like, you know, I just feel like he needs a different finisher. But E2J, And like I said earlier, the plan is for Big E, it looks like, to take the US title off of Kofi, hence why he kind of given the two big endings at the end, which looks like they're heading to the direction where they would have all three members of the stable having a title. Will this help them get over more?
I would like to see that. Having the whole stable with titles, I think it's good. I want to see it. I did want to see it before as well. Like I said, with the tag belts, obviously I think that's going a different angle. But with them having titles, it reminds me. I always go back to it, like Diesel and Shawn Michaels when they were both carrying gold and stuff. It makes the stable look more than just a stable. It's like there's something a bit extra. Do you know what I mean? They're carrying the gold. They're to be taken notice of. So I think it will help them.
Yeah, it's like it goes back, like you said, like, with the Diesel and the Shawn Michaels, and then you think about the Four Horsemen, when Tully Blanchard and Double A had the tag titles, and Flair had the title, and then Barry Windham and blah 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 and all of that, and then you had Evolution, they all had the titles. It can make a difference. This rolled into segment 7, which was Kaitlyn and AJ backstage straight after their match. Shugs, did you think Kaitlyn was good on the mic? Because to me, it sounded like backstage she was just like reeling it off. It felt natural. It felt good.
Yeah, I think Kaitlyn is improved. I think she's improved in the ring and her character has improved. But I think if you look at the overall backstage segments and the promos, it seems like most people are doing better because I think they're being scripted less. There was a thing about Triple saying the Triple H is only giving people bullet points. That's it. They don't get a script anymore. All they get is bullet points, and they have to go from that. So, her bullet point was probably, you've received this nasty-ass hat. You don't know who it's from, so just chat about the hat and pretend you like it. End bullet point.
Standard. E2J, who do you reckon the admirer is?
It was like something fucking Freddie Mercury would wear.
I want to break free. I want to break free.
Yeah, we could probably go back and find a video footage of Freddie Mercury wearing the exact same hat at Live Aid in 1985. Like, yeah, E2J, who do you reckon the admirer is?
So listen, I was wondering, can I have your number?
Who could it be? Who could it actually be?
Hornswoggle,
I reckon
Hornswoggle or Big E. Everything's Hornswoggle.
Yeah, everything is Hornswoggle, isn't it? But if it was Big E, would that make the whole situation angle a bit better, or would it make it easier for Big E to come out of that stable?
I think so.
Like that?
The situation he's been getting, obviously when Ziggler and AJ been having their time and he's just been stood there, obviously it'll have something to keep him busy, and I think it could obviously clash.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to have to be Kaitlyn because now that Beth Phoenix is gone, who else is going to handle Big E? Who's going to deal with that youth? None of these little skinny girls they got. AJ can't handle Big E. Come on now.
So from Big E can bench press AJ.
Exactly.
Yeah, that don't look good.
Kaitlyn's gonna have to do it. She's gonna have to take one for the team because she's the biggest one they got left.
Yeah, they can both bench press. So maybe they'll share bench pressing stories. We rolled on to segment 8, which was Ryback Team Bricky backstage. WWE looked like they're really emphasizing on the Ryback explanation. Shows. Did you feel that Ryback came off well verbally and visually in this segment?
Yeah, I think Ryback is, like I said, he's doing better. Whether he's working as a heel or whether he's working as a face is kind of irrelevant because he hasn't changed character in any way. But it made sense. What he said actually made sense. So then that makes the promo and him speaking better because he's just like, why am I going to do that? I've already done it. I ain't doing that. Do you know what I mean? I've already got beat up by the Shield once, and whatever. And I've already teamed with Daniel Bryan and Kane, and we lost. So now I'm going home. See you later.
Yeah, in a bit.
In a bit. That's it.
What did you think of the backstage segment, Ed?
I think it makes the whole angle more credible. Like Shug said, I think he's got to be this. Obviously, there's not much difference between him being heel, other than he seems to just not take as much shit, not to just walk into as much dumb shit. I think, yeah, and obviously he's got a leather jacket and a hat now. But yeah, I think they're going for that, like, kind of what Batista, the character that Batista was playing, like, towards the end of his contract. He was playing that more, that I'm a bad guy sort of thing. Even though obviously he wasn't shouting like Ryback, I think Ryback is a lot more credible because he's saying stuff that is true. He just doesn't put that sarcastic, like, stale Cena kind of angle on it. And obviously he is quite aggressive now that he's heel. So I think it does work as a whole. I think Ryback's, I think he's pulling it off. Although I heard that he didn't get a pop at all when he
came out,
turned up at the end. So I don't know.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with him later on down the line. Like I said in my article, which is on our blog, people. Segment 9 was Swagger versus Ryder. To me, the ending of this match was sick. Like, it was there was like a tilt-a-whirl into a gut-wrench suplex, like, and I just thought it just flowed so nice. Shugs, Swagger obviously got swag in the ring, but does his gimmick need just a little bit more tweaking, or do you think it's okay?
I think the gimmick has sort of gone awry. It's gone. They're not dealing with the racist angle anymore. They're not talking about the immigrants. Only if he's fighting Del Rio that ever comes up. So he's fighting Ryder because Ryder seems to be the local jobber at the moment. But like you said, his in-ring skills have never been in question. He's always been good in-ring. But then, at the moment, what could we say is the gimmick? What is he doing? Because he came in, said about we on America for Americans, and then lost at WrestleMania, and then what has he been doing since? They're complaining that he won the match for Ziggler, and that's the only reason that Ziggler's world champion. But I just don't think it's working at the moment. It's lost its direction.
Yeah, it seems like that's the only thing they could have done. Segment 10 was the Mark Henry and Sheamus tug of war.
You afraid? Is that what it is?
Come on, Walt! Don't talk, come on!
E2J. Why are they doing this, like, Triple H, Scott Steiner 2003 Royal Rumble feud again? Like, when they were doing the arm wrestling and the bench pressing and all this rubbish. Like, what's that all about?
I don't know, man. I'd rather see him lift up a car or something. But like, it's typical wrestling booking. You knew what was going on. But to do something like that with Henry at the moment, I think it makes it look a bit cheap. We know he's a monster. He's been smashing people through tables. He's just been writing off everyone. He doesn't need to be in there proving it to anyone. He's proved it to people. That's what he does. You don't need to be in there in the tug of war. That's
what he do.
I don't think it was that bad, but I understand the setting up the angle. But yeah, I wasn't really a fan of it, to be honest.
Shugs, are you invested in this feud at all?
Like Ed said, like, I'm invested in Mark Henry. I'm not really interested in what Sheamus is doing. And if this keeps Mark Henry like in the spotlight, or if this is like a holding spot until he can feud with Cena or he can feud with Ziggler or someone like that, then that's fine. But as long as he goes over on Sheamus, as long as he's not going to do this, win all these like feats of strength, but then Sheamus is going to beat him at Extreme Rules, I don't want that to happen. As long as like Mark Henry's on TV doing his thing, then I think that's good.
Yeah. Sheamus, I'm just gonna say, bruv, you need to hold out on them heel tactics, because you're trying to make over to the kids that are wearing your dumb spiky hair freaking merchandise, yeah, that your face. But when you're doing heel moves, you need to watch what you're doing, fam, because kids ain't dumb, not really.
No.
Segment 11, Del Rio versus Cesaro. Another good match, Shugs. What did you like about it? What did you didn't like about it? What was
No, I just think it's good. Like, two contrasting styles. You've got Cesaro, with this like European style and like is showing his strength, and then Del Rio with his like well, we're used to his moveset now. Del Rio, he does like he's quite good in ring if you like his style. But I just think it's good to see Cesaro in a good match. They put him on TV he's having good matches with people. He's losing them all, but you know, if he's having these good matches, then maybe eventually he's gonna move up the card, because you couldn't even say he was in the mid card now, because he's just losing. At the moment, he's just the same as Ryder. You know, his matches are a bit longer, but he's still losing.
You got jobber entrance as well, man.
Exactly.
Just quickly, just want to bust a quick spoiler for all you NXT people out there. The next couple of shows, it looks like El Generico, aka Sami Zayn, will be making his debut against Cesaro. Cesaro comes out, challenges anyone, and then out comes Sami Zayn from the crowd, I think, and he beats Cesaro on his debut. So, yeah, just thought, you know, I put that out there. It probably doesn't look good for Cesaro. No, it doesn't look good for Cesaro. But then again, Cesaro probably put his hand up and said, look, I've worked with El Generico loads of times in ROH. Let's do this. We're going to have a sick match. E2J, what do you think about the stipulation for the pay-per-view? Triple threat ladder match for the World Heavyweight title. Exciting?
I think it's more exciting than just a triple threat, put it that way. Especially with, like, this is the thing. I like Del Rio. I don't think he does enough as a face, or he's over enough as face. He's good, definitely in ring. Amazing match on Raw. I think the ladder match is a way for Ziggler to be able to pull it out. Do you know what I mean? I think there's a lot of options for outside interference and for a few good spots. I think it's going to make the match a lot more interesting. Put it that way. I think it will be a better match overall.
Okay. Well, segment 12. Fandango. You know what? You know what? Sugs, spin the tune. Fandango. Khali angle. What the fuck, Sugs?
Why are they putting him back on TV? Like, why is Khali just coming back into our lives? He should just retire, rest his legs, and, you know, then the little kid who's at the back controlling him can, you know, go to college. Because Khali is just, why is he there? Why is he on TV? I just don't know, like, you know. And he's messing up Fandango's gimmick, you know. Why have we got to put Fandango in the ring? He's on his up, and then he's going to get the Khali virus and then just be gone. I don't know, mate.
Oh, my God. You know what? Summer Rae looked like she got a virus. She looked like her legs got affected. Like, what the hell? What? Summer Rae, yeah? You're doing good in NXT. Please just allow it, man. Bring the dancers back. Just allow it. Because right now, Summer Rae, you are looking shit. You struggle to get into a bloody splits. Oh, you know what? I can bloody struggle to get into splits, so I'm not going to even, you know, kind of rinse you for that. But at the same time, you know, I mean, the girls, the dancers, they did it so elegantly, so just effortlessly. And yeah, you're there like struggling. Rewind back on Raw. Look what she does and tell me that she doesn't struggle to get into the splits. Looking into the hard camera, asking for help. Exactly. E2J, what the hell is Khali saying?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It looked like Natalia was trying to stop him from. He was breaking out in some Indian dance, and he's meant to be doing like some ballroom. I don't know, man. It's just embarrassing. It actually was. I had to look away. From that.
That'd be a sick movie. Ballroom meets Bollywood. That'd be sick. Apparently the leg drop. The leg drop looked good, but apparently they're making him do the other finisher a lot more because the leg drop, or to save him from injury, because the leg drop can cause a lot of long-term damage. A la why, you know, yeah, Hogan can't walk properly.
He said he would have used a sleeper, innit? He said he would have used a sleeper if he'd known that he would have been this messed up.
Yeah, but I don't.
Those leg drops mess you up.
You know what I mean? You have your shit rolling down your leg. Last segment 13. Cena, Team Hell No versus The Shield.
Believe in the Shield. Believe in the Shield!
What did you think of the match, Rhodes?
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. Any match with the Shield, I like their style. I like the way they try and, you know, they're always in a pack, or they're always, you know, they try and sacrifice themselves so somebody else can get the win. You know, you'll see one of them like holding someone's leg or holding on to him so someone else can come in. And obviously when they do the spear move where, you know, two of them are getting held, and then Roman Reigns comes with a spear. So I just thought it was, I thought it was a good match, and for Cena to take the pin as well, Roman Reigns pinning Cena. I didn't expect Cena to take the pin out of those, but I suppose it makes his injury, look worse than it is. How real it is, or whether it's just a work, I don't know. But I thought it was a really good match.
E2J, did this build like anything more for the Ryback Cena match at the Extreme Rules?
I think it kept it going. I don't really think it was almost like a filler. I liked it this week. I think it was good, but do expect it sometimes when you watch wrestling. Is this going to be a filler episode? Is it just going to keep things moving along? I think it did that. It was a good finish to the match, and obviously he sold the injury, and obviously at the end as well. But I don't think it got the reaction they wanted. But I think it's just keeping it moving.
Right. That's the end of Raw, people, and we're about to get into Smackdown in 60 seconds. Roll with it, Sugs.
Okay, Smackdown. Started Daniel Bryan, Ryback promo, better than it's been. Ryback wins, good match, but Ryback, I still don't like you. Fandango, Ryder. Fandango beat down, and Ryder jobs again. Kaitlyn backstage, no hat this time, thank God. But she got an anonymous text from somebody. She didn't know which number, didn't have a number. You can't do that unless you're like the government or a company. So I don't know what WWE think they're doing. You can't send anonymous texts, so don't chat shit. Ricardo v Zeb, Ziggy on commentary. Interference. Teddy Long comes out. Tag team match. So we got Ricardo, Del Rio versus Zeb and Swagger. More interference. So Teddy Long comes back out. Triple threat tag team match. So Ricardo and ADR versus Zeb, Swagger versus Big E and Ziggy. The champ taps out cross handbreaker. What the fuck? Shield promo. Beat down Daniel Bryan in the back. Got Orton versus Sandow. RKO. Orton wins. Rhodes Scholars being buried by the commentary team. Big Show comes out. Does the worst fake laugh ever. And Sandow gets a bit of payback from behind. Kane says he's going to make the Shield pay. And they're going on a little trip to a place called Hell. Mark Henry versus Sheamus, arm wrestle. Mark Henry wins with the right arm, so Sheamus says, let's change and go with the left. Heel tactics, punch in the face, bro kick. I hate you, Sheamus. Kane versus Ambrose. Kane takes it to the Shield, has a good attempt at beating them down. Numbers game. Ambrose, with whatever his finishing move is, where it looks horrible, pins Kane, and then at the end, the Shield pose with the belts. Fade to black.
Wow, they posed with the belts.
Pose with the belts. Ambrose went and got him from the announcer's table, and they posed with the belts.
Oh, there you go. Smackdown in 60 seconds. People, don't try and mess us up and make us look a fool by trying to time that, okay? It is Smackdown in 60 seconds. Now it's time for the best segment of all, Sugs Stunners.
So,
Jobber of the week.
Jobber of the week.
Job of the week.
I think, he's been working hard at it, and he's been doing a lot of jobbing. So this week, I'm finally going to give it to Zack Ryder.
Hey.
He's worked hard, and I think he's finally got the award. So, he loves being the internet champion. So now he's got the best award on the internet, Jobber of the week.
Done.
Move of the week. It's got to be Daniel Bryan. No, not Daniel Bryan. Dean Ambrose finish on Kane on SmackDown. Don't know what it's called, but it looked great. And wrestler of the week. Who could be the wrestler of the week? Do you know what? I'm going to give it for the second week in a row to the Shield. They beat Cena and Team Hell No on Raw, and they beat down Kane on SmackDown. So the Shield, leaving the Shield.
Leave in the Shield. Jay, do you agree with that, my friend?
Yeah, definitely. I would have said Ambrose, but you've got to say the Shield as a whole. You got to say, I think they're the interesting factor about WWE right now. They just keep you. Hopefully, big things coming from them, man. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Right, people, here we go. This is the premiere, okay, of the Beat the Clock trivia. This will happen on the first Sunday of every month, okay? It will not always be Sugs versus E2J. I will be in there at some point. I will get a turn. Don't worry. I'll be in there. But this week is Sugs versus E2J. The rules are you get a minute each. You have 12. Both of you have 12 questions. So if you run out the 12 questions, you will answer the 12 questions. But you only have a minute to do so. Okay? You can pass to the next question. But I will ultimately come back to that question. Okay? A minute each. Sugs, you will be going first, my friend.
Oh, man.
All right. So, I'm going to count you in. On your marks, get set, go. What pay-per-view and year did The Undertaker debut?
Survivor Series, 1992.
Wrong. Who was the first WWE champion?
WWE.
Yep. WWE, WWF.
Okay. Bruno Sammartino.
Nope. How many days did CM Punk hold the WWE title for?
436.
I give it to you, my friend. Who won the WWE title tournament at WrestleMania 4?
Macho Man.
Well done. That's 2 to you. Name one of Jake the Snake's snakes.
Damien.
Yep. Who won the 2002 Royal Rumble?
2002. No. Randy Orton.
No. Who did Trish Stratus manage when she debuted in the WWE?
No idea.
No, that's it. It's all over. It's all over. It's all over.
That was shocking.
Oh my god.
I'll go through it. I'll go through your questions. What pay-per-view did Undertaker debut in? It was Survivor Series, but it was 1990.
Oh, mate.
Who was the first WWE champions? Is the Playboy Buddy Rogers. How many days did CM Punk hold the WWE title for? It was 134, 135, 130. Just one around those. So, yeah, I'll give that to you. Who won the WWE title tournament? You was right by Savage. Name one of Jake the Snake's snakes. You said Damien, which was right. You could have had Lucifer or Revelations. Who won the 2002 Royal Rumble? It was Triple H. And who did Trish Stratus manage when she made her WWE debut, which was T&A, Test and Albert. So you got, what did you get, 4? You got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You got 3.
Oh man, I ain't looking forward to this.
You got 3. Right. E2J, your turn, player.
Kenny's killer questions.
Yeah, there you go. Right, let's wait for the time. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. What is Mr. Perfect's real name?
Kurt Hennig.
1 to you. Name 3 people who have wrestled for WWE, TNA, and ROH.
CM Punk, R-Truth, Daniel Bryan.
No.
Shit.
Who was the first Intercontinental Champion?
Pat Patterson.
Yep. Which 2 current Divas reigns as the WWE Divas Champion were only 70 days?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
Yeah, which 2 current Divas reigns as the WWE Divas Champion were only 70 days?
Bella Twin. No. Pass.
Come on, time.
Pass.
Right. Who won the IC title tournament after the Ultimate Warrior vacated it?
Shawn Michaels.
No.
Pass.
What was El Snow's pet dog called?
Pass.
Who won the 2002 King of the Ring?
Mr. Ass.
No. Oh, it's over. It's over. Oh, which means E2J, you got 2, bro.
Yes. Yes.
The goddamn Sugar Shugs as 1. 3,
No.
2.
No.
God damn it.
Man, I got stuck on some of them horribly.
I know. I'm going to go for it, man.
The pressure. The pressure got me, man.
I'm going to go for it, yeah. What is Mr. Perfect's real name? Kurt Hennig, which was right. Name 3 people who have wrestled for WWE, TNA, and ROH. You could have had Jerry Lynn, D'Lo Brown, Low Key, Evan Bourne, Mick Foley, Paul London, Raven, Rhino, Ric Flair, Brian Kendrick, Zach Gowen, Mickey James. Who won the first Intercontinental title? Pat Patterson, you got that right. Which two current Divas reigns as the WWE Divas champion were only for 70 days? It was Brie Bella and Natalya. I got a big up Angry Pot Networks Sierra for giving me that question. Thank you. Who won the IC title tournament after the Ultimate Warrior vacated it? It was Mr. Perfect, bro.
That pressure got me on that one, man. My mind's going mental.
What was El Snow's pet dog called? It was Pepper. Do you remember when Bossman?
I should have had these things.
Who won the 2002 King of the Ring? It was Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Mr. Ass. What the hell?
He was 99, wasn't he? No.
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez. That was good, man. That was close. I'm thinking, should I go through the rest? Because both of you still got like 6 questions each. But you know that'll take up too much time, so I'll save them for the next one. But yeah, that's 1-0 to Shugs.
Exactly. Say no more. S&M.
I think the next one is going to be me versus Shugs, and E2J will do the questions for that one.
I'm going to enjoy this now. I'm going to enjoy this.
You are. I know you are. But yeah, people, that's the end of the podcast, man. It's the end of the podcast. And as always, please go to our Twitter. That's at Sunday Segue. The blog, we've got articles on there. Please read, leave your comments. That's sundaysegue.blogspot.co.uk. Look at all our old episodes on YouTube, iTunes, and now the Double Twist player. You can also email us. That's sundaysegue@gmail.com. What can I say? This early morning show has been sick. It's been sick, as always. We're getting better, people, so you better follow us. It's always to the technical guy, hashtag tech guy. the goddamn Sugar Shugs. Thanks, my friend.
No problem. It's a pleasure. Who would I rather be with at 10 in the morning than the Kinny Killa and E2J?
Oh my god. You know what I'm saying? Highlight reel. Hey, E2J, thanks, bro. Getting up early and whatnot. I know you're busy.
Always. No problem, man. Always got time for this.
And this time, in the words of Booker T, now can you dig that? Sucker!
Sucker!
All right, peace out, people.
Laters, guys, laters.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.